They let a $5,000 a night penthouse sit empty for 3 years because their best employee had children. One executive decision changed everything overnight. I was hired as the new chief engineer in October. By day 2, I noticed the Crown Suite on the 50th floor was a ghost town. Prime real estate, sweeping ocean views, a fresh fruit bowl rotting on the marble island. It wasn't just vacant, it was a museum of wasted luxury. Dust gathered on the imported espresso machine. The luxury reward program was supposed to grant the suite to the employee of the quarter for a weekend. I asked Evelyn, the strict compliance manager who spoke entirely in corporate mandates. The initiative is active, Evelyn sniffed, aggressively tapping her clipboard. The issue is the same technician has won 12 consecutive quarters. His maintenance metrics are flawless. So why is the suite collecting dust? I asked. Because he's a single father to 3 toddlers. The Crown Suite is strictly adults only. He asked to transfer the weekend to a burned-out housekeeper, she added coldly. I denied it. Section 9 of the handbook prohibits asset transfer. So, the hotel's absolute best worker was winning the ultimate prize and couldn't even walk through the door. And Evelyn's solution was letting luxury rot rather than altering a PDF. A monument to corporate arrogance. 36 months of it. I pulled the master logs. Elias Vance, overnight HVAC specialist. He completed more work orders per shift than the entire day crew combined. Response time under 3 minutes. I went to find him. He wasn't in the staff lounge. He was in sub-basement 4, a concrete cage next to the roaring industrial boilers, sitting on an upside-down mop bucket under a flickering halogen bulb. Our elite performer was buried alive in the deafening heat. That's when the real bombshell dropped. I marched straight past Evelyn's desk and kicked open the general manager's door. Julian was a former hospitality grunt who still helped bus tables during the brunch rush. Your top technician has won the Crown Suite 12 times, I snapped. He climbed my neck and my vision blurred. His only reward is an empty marble palace he can't use because he has kids, and Evelyn won't let him gift it. Julian stared at me for 3 agonizing seconds. Show me, he whispered. We took the freight elevator down to sub-basement 4. Julian hadn't been in the boiler room since 2015. He stared at the exposed pipes, the deafening machinery, the suffocating heat. He looked at Elias, covered in grease, calibrating a steam valve with terrifying precision. Julian introduced himself. Elias dropped his wrench, stunned. Not because he was intimidated, but because the GM never descended into the dark. Elias, I owe you a massive apology, Julian hissed, his voice shaking with genuine shame. If you could trade that penthouse for absolutely anything in this building, what do you need? Elias didn't even blink. A quiet chair, not a raise, not a promotion. A break room with AC and a couch so my back stops cramping, he muttered. Julian relocated him that afternoon. He converted the old VIP tasting room on the mezzanine into Elias's private workshop. Leather recliners, a mini fridge, silent climate control. The first time a mechanic was stationed above ground in the resort's history. 2 front desk managers filed complaints about a maintenance guy taking prime space. Julian replied to both with the same brutal memo. He outperformed your entire division for 3 years from a literal furnace. He keeps the room. If you want it, match his ticket closure rate. Nobody matched him. We changed the brass plaque on the Crown Suite the following month. It now proudly reads, reserved for Elias's VIP. Every month, Elias gifts the penthouse to a different exhausted worker, usually a junior maid pulling double shifts, sometimes someone who stayed late to help a teammate. Once, he gave it to the valet who missed his anniversary to cover a sick coworker. He never makes a speech. He just quietly slips a gold keycard into their locker. You earned the view. The suite hasn't been empty since.